should be seeing these runners going off. Ah, here they are. We will be getting the timers adjusted here in just a moment. Alright, so 100% is very, very different from any percent. Rather than heading down into Norfair like you would ordinarily expect an any percent runner to do, you go into Crade first for the speed booster upgrade. But we're not quite there yet. Brinstar is often considered to be one of the most irritating areas in the game for a variety of reasons. Throw in RNG with difficult platforming, and you get Brinstar. What makes the platforming in Brinstar so hard is most of it is vertical platforming. Vertical platforming is especially hard since it's a lot of optimization of jumps, whereas horizontal platforming is a little bit easier. So this climb that Scotty is about to enter here in just a moment will be our... Oh, this is interesting. Scotty got unfortunate RNG of having to shoot that guy, and Eagle appears to be experiencing some technical difficulties. But it does seem like Eagle got up the climb faster. I'm not quite sure how he did it, though. Alright, so Eagle gets that spicy 134 and Scotty gets that 135. Both are very, very good times for that missile pickup. So what they're about to do here in just a second is they will see this Kingworm show up and they will attempt to shoot 2 missiles into its eye on the same frame. Fortunately, Eagle did not get it, nor did Scotty, but they do have 2 opportunities. Eagle gets it second try and saves a couple seconds over Scotty, who unfortunately has to wait another cycle for that worm. So in the olden days, we would often consider grabbing charge if we got bad drops, but most people would opt to skip it because it was considered to be faster. But in recent history, we have realized that on I believe it was 63 runs out of 64, grabbing charge beam will in fact be faster. So even ignoring that, 1% chance, give or take, the benefit of having that charge beam for the pseudo screw attack makes life in Brinstar so much easier, and no one wants to reset in Brinstar, especially not me, who does it more than anyone else. So this is Hive Room. They try to lure all the bugs, as we can see Scotty doing now. Eagle successfully did that room nicely, and just blowing up these hives with 3 missiles and 2 beams. Right now, they're just trying to make their way over to the bombs upgrade, picking up some missile tanks, some E-tanks, and various other small upgrades too. So the bombs are coming up in just a few rooms here. I wonder if either of these runners will opt to refill here at bombs today. Refilling at bombs is slightly slower than trying to optimally farm enemies. But in a race setting, it's incredibly consistent, and it's. I know Scotty actually will opt for the early Norfair, so there's no reason for him to heal up bombs because he's going to have to heal in a couple moments anyways. But I'm not quite sure if Eagle does early Brinstar. It's been a long time since I've seen him do a run. Eagle's now dealing with these bugs. These bugs are infamously annoying. Sometimes you'll get a troll bug. Unfortunately, neither of our runners appear to be getting the troll bug today. I can't actually tell what Scotty's doing. His screen is lagging. Oh yeah, so neither of our runners... Okay, Eagle is opting for early Brinstar. That is early Brinstar optimally is actually, I want to say, slightly faster than late Brinstar due to being able to skip a heal in Norfair. We will see both Eagle and Scotty attempt to skip this heal. And by skipping a heal in Norfair, they save about 6 seconds, give or take. But that's not for 15 minutes or so. Fortunately, due to both being on the same route, it's actually really incredibly rare these days to see two runners racing early Brinstar. But we won't have any trouble judging who's ahead. Eagle's going to have to do a tough bomb jump here, opting not to do the JBJ that we'll see Scotty do. Each JBJ saves about a second or so. Sometimes a little less, sometimes a little more. Scotty! No! Scotty, please! Don't fall down. Eagle showing us the patented charge beam strats. Scotty showing us the bomb strats. Everyone knows the bomb strats are faster. Always do the bomb strats. Now they will pick up this E-tank here, after which they will have one more difficult bomb jump in the upper reaches of Brinstar. This is actually the most difficult of all. They will have to bomb jump past two rippers, moving in a small area. It's kind of interesting that we're seeing some technical difficulties from both of our runners here. Getting that the slideshow stream. Anyways, Eagle is a nice missile on that zoomer there. It's that nice fast bomb jump. Almost got hit by that ripper. But Eagle does have a small lead here, going back to collect this hidden item over here to the right by Hive Room. Unfortunately, we have to backtrack for this item if you're doing early Brinstar rather. Scotty showing us a slightly faster strat by shooting out that block. That's kind of cool. And now they will be heading over to Kraid. They're both on actually pretty good pace. Scotty is a little behind since he didn't get the double, but not anything that Kraid can't change. In terms of ammo count, Eagle is also on top here with an extra missile. You really want missiles going into Kraid for a variety of reasons. First and foremost, you have the Acid Worm coming up here in just a few minutes. The Mua. And he's got 30 missiles worth of health. Currently, our runners will have about 35 to 36, it seems, give or take. No, there are two tanks, my bad. So like 39-ish, I'm gonna say, about entering Acid Worm, which means they only need 1 or 2 drops from the Acid Worm or the pipe bugs that they have an opportunity to farm on the way back, since they will want 20 missiles even further down the road for 2 giant side hoppers. So that's 50 missiles for the entirety of Kraid. We're just going to dip in here to get this one missile tank before heading over to where Acid Worm resides. You can see that Scotty and Eagle are just a couple seconds apart. A little longer than one minor item fanfare. We can see that even here Scotty's just saving frames by not having to jump over some enemies. So mid-air movement is about half as fast as ground movement, so you want to spend as much time on the ground as possible. Scotty tried to go for an optimal JBJ, where he gets to skip a few bomb jumps. I've never actually seen anyone get that, but it is really cool and really fast. Eagle doing a nice slick wall jump after laying this bomb. Oh, Scotty falls down. It's unfortunate. Does get the very quick backup with that JBJ there, and fires a missile into that Zila. That was not intended. So Eagle entering with 39, Scotty entering with 36. Eagle will almost certainly have enough missiles for these side hoppers once he kills this Mua here. Scotty will need 2 drops. Eagle only actually opts to skip that missile drop, my bad. Scotty, I guess we'll find out after the game stops. Okay, he's got enough too. So Eagle's got some extra missiles. He will have 8 extra missiles. I'm not sure where he's going to use them, but there are certainly a couple of enemies he can choose to missile if the RNG calls for it. And he will be able to just spam those missiles against those side hoppers without worry of running out. Won't need to be careful with his ammo. Scotty will have to opt to beam one of these pipe bugs up here in just a moment, since he has exactly 20. And up and coming is what is infamously referred to as the acid room skip room. Fortunately, they've killed acid worm and activated the zipline, so we won't see any skipping of the acid room today. Plus, they don't have grip anyways, so it's stupid hard anyways. Nice diagonal bomb jump by Eagle. Scotty will most likely opt to do a JBJ here to save about a second or so. And he gets a nice first try too. Catching up to Eagle by the moment. Eagle does have 1 extra missile here. You only really want 6 missiles at this point. Or 7 rather, I want to say. Yeah, you want about 7 missiles here, since there are 3 smaller side hoppers which each take 2 missiles apiece. Up and coming what is referred to as the most boring room in the game, but due to the adoption of these JBJ strats that Eagle and Scotty have been showing us, it's not quite as boring anymore, since there's a slick strat that hopefully we'll get to see from both runners, depending on how this Ripper RNG works. These Rippers can be in a few places. Eagle lays that bomb a little too high. Scotty gets trolled by a Ripper. So Eagle did get the better end of that room, thankfully, due to not getting trolled by the Ripper like Scotty did. And I wonder if Scotty will go for this refill glitch here. Eagle chose not to. This is probably the hardest one in the game. Scotty goes for it and gets it, which means he just saved even more time. Now they are just about 2 seconds apart. Of course, Eagle's losing time. Fortunately, can't quite get on top of that missile block. And now they are about half a second apart. This room right here, if Eagle gets hit by an enemy, Scotty's now synced with Eagle going into Crane. Of course, Idor RNG. Oh no, Scotty drops again! He takes a second dive. He is not doing well today. Did get that faster Idor though, so he's saving a little bit of time there. And Eagle is infamous for fighting Crane. We can see he's not doing that well. Scotty is firing those missiles away. Takes even more time off Eagle. These runners are very close together, even though Scotty lost time. His better Crane fight has brought him right back in this. This is a close race. This is kind of fun to commentate. Crane is absolutely the most difficult boss in this game. And now they've picked up the most useful item for 100%, the speed booster. There are probably, this might be an exaggeration, 20 items in the game that require speed booster in one way or another. Like I said, that might or might not be an exaggeration. There are a lot of items that require speed booster. And now they are synced again. Unfortunately, neither of them get that sub-pixel shot, but Scotty gets the frame-perfect jump off that block, saving him just a little bit of time over Eagle. Oh, wow. Oh, but he takes a lava dive. So, Eagle's ahead again. Amazing how in one room we are seeing 2 or 3 lead changes. This is beautiful to watch. These crate time exits are actually not too bad, at least in my eyes. I'm sure they aren't too pleased about them, but I'd be happy to get a 1446 exit crate. Eagle frames ahead. I'm not sure if Eagle goes for the charge spark though, so that might be an opportunity for Scotty to save about a second or two. Oh, Scotty's ahead. He had the more optimal bomb placement with that ball cannon there. Oh, Scotty misses the scree, but does get that slick JBJ though. Eagle just stops the bomb jump from the ground, losing even more time. These JBJs are really saving Scotty time here, bringing him back into this race every time he does one. He is ahead right now, but with what we've seen, Eagle is opting to pick up that missile early. That means he won't have to collect it later. Scotty gets the nice starter with that charge spark here. It is really, really tight. Eagle also gets it, so both runners get to show off this sexy charge. And Scotty is, I want to say 6 to 7 seconds ahead now. But like I said, Eagle did pick up an extra item. So they're not actually quite that far behind. That was a pretty optimized bomb placement by Scotty. Wow, that was really high. I wasn't expecting that to work. A nice small frame saver by optimizing your bomb placements here and there. Alright, and now we are entering criteria. We're still probably about 2 to 3 seconds apart at this point, if you account for extra items. Scotty went for that ocean JBJ and botched it. This is going to give Eagle a chance to catch up. Not wasting time to a trick that, even if you get it, can still lose time. No dominance has been asserted today. We are now picking up the plasma beam, which is required for a variety of reasons. One of which is this is the 100% category. Another of which is it is required to get power grip. And a third of which is you cannot actually kill the metal pirates in CScottyW without plasma beam. Surprise, surprise. Eagle does not go for this JBJ that Scotty is showing us off here, which means he is going to lose 3.5 seconds. That JBJ is actually rather tough. If you unmorph before you hit the ground, you will not get it. And you only have 4 frames to jump once you unmorph into a kneeling position. Scotty picking up the power grip. We call randomizer power grip appreciation simulator because you don't realize just how valuable it is until you don't have it. Scotty with that sick JBJ, that was really, really high off the ground. Into this nice bomb jump. Almost got that perfect bombs to just slightly get over that platform. Unfortunately, got the ledge grab. Eagle unmorphs early to ledge grab, so that's good too. And that's basically all for criteria right now. Scotty getting a troll Ripper pattern, but he's just going to super it instead. It's faster just to super that Ripper. So Scotty had a much better criteria as a result of getting criteria super, and I imagine we'll be seeing him going for Ice Cream Spark, which is incredibly tight. Not only is the setup really, really difficult with that movement, you got to be really fast, but then you got a pixel perfect Shine Spark. You heard that right, it is pixel perfect. Eagle is most likely just going to Shine Spark up and collect this missile now, which is a little slower than if you are able to get Ice Cream Spark. Let's see if he gets it. He does! That's sick. That is, like I said, that is pixel perfect. Nice Ripper freeze there. Little slower on that freeze, and you would have had to lose some time to that. Eagle now picking up the Ice Beam. Remember, Scotty will have to remember to pick up that missile, but considering he normally does Ice Cream Spark, probably what's next on his head right now is getting that missile with a nice JBJ. Hopefully we will see him not have to ledge grab here in just a moment when he goes to grab that missile. Because the JBJ is, I want to say, a little bit slower if you have to do the ledge grab. But if you don't do the ledge grab, then the JBJ is faster. Oh, and messes up the bomb jump. It's unfortunate. Now we can see that they aren't actually too far apart at this point. Eagle will need to re-enter this room, but he doesn't need to collect that item, so he just needs to go back far enough to be able to enable that speed boost. It's hard to tell where Scotty is when I can't actually see what he's doing. All I see is a black screen. But from the looks of things, Scotty is about X number of seconds behind. I mean ahead. Let's go with like probably 7 or 8 seconds ahead. Alright, Scotty picks up high jump at about 21:49. Or 21:50 maybe. Oh, Eagle gets the shine break. That's going to save him at a half a second. That is, I want to say, 1 or 2 frames depending on subpixels. So this is where the heal skip I mentioned back in Brinstar is going to come into play here. Depending on their health, Scotty's got more than enough health. Oh wow, Scotty does get a super drop from that giant side hopper and some health drops too. He does not want missile drops from those guys. He just wants super drops and health drops. Eagle is damage boosting. Does that mean he's not confident with his heal skip? 150 health at this point is rather low for a heal skip. Not to say it is impossible, you can totally skip the heal with 160. But, oh wow, nicely avoiding those rippers. He is certainly going for the heal skip. Cannot afford to lose more time to Scotty. So that first enemy dies at 23:01. Scotty fails Money Spark. Oh! Eagle's going back to refill its screw attack. That's going to be another time loss. Must have gotten trolled by the rippers. Unfortunately, that's going to put him about, let's say 29 seconds behind, maybe 28 seconds behind. Fortunately, get the bad pattern for those Zeelas there, or not those Zeelas, excuse me, the Novas. And is now getting trolled in this Money Spark room, better known as the room where Paulsmore died. Scotty effortlessly taking out that giant side hopper with the screw attack. Remember like 10-15 minutes ago where we had to fire 10 missiles into that thing? Now we just need to merely jump into it. Oh, how the tides have changed. Alright, Scotty's in the final Norfair heated room. There is still one more heated room we'll need to see later on. Effortlessly dealing with that first Kirigiru. And one cycles the second one. It's pretty cool. I'm very, very bad at that one cycle myself, so it's pretty cool to see. Alright, so up and coming is the Imago Cocoon fight. Cocoon is very interesting boss because there are really a variety of ways of doing it depending on what works for you. Scotty's going to show us off a strat that I found a while ago where you're able to, being on particular pixels, diagonally shoot doubles into it just by doing standard straight jumps. What's really hard about that strat is actually positioning yourself horizontally, since it really is quite tight where you need to be standing. It's not pixel perfect by any means, but it's very easily to misjudge where you think you are and miss. Eagle's going for the classic age-old Cocoon strat, which is a little slower than what Scotty just showed us, but it's much easier and quite easy to pull off. Farming some missile drops there. It's quite unfortunate that Eagle got shafted with supers and lost like 10-15 seconds because of it. Ridley is one of the most punishing areas in the game. I wouldn't say it's one of the hardest, but if you miss some supers against Imago, or if you mess up a puzzle room, you can easily lose a lot of time, and one mistake can easily spiral out of control into tons of mistakes, and you can easily be losing upwards of a minute, maybe even more here. Scotty destroying that missile block, going to be storing a spark here, and he will fire these two supers that he's got and spark across the top of this room. It looks really cool to see. Now, Eagle is going to try and show us the same thing. Nice one cycle too. Alright, now is the ice clip. Nice ice clip by Scotty. Eagle also gets the Imago spark. So no time has been saved thus far in Ridley. Scotty losing time there though. Oh! Scotty, please. Okay, almost messes up that first puzzle room. He was really close. He was able to pull it together at the end though. At the end of the day, that's what counts. Oh, Scotty actually saved time with his ice clip over Eagle. Eagle did not quite do a fast strat, so to speak. So he did lose a little bit of time. But with a much cleaner first puzzle room. Saves plenty of time over Scotty here. Eagle's at four supers. I'm actually a little surprised that Scotty didn't do the platforming there. He's only got 2 supers. I like to think that if you have exactly 2 or 2 supers or less, that you should in fact do the platforming in this room that Eagle's in now. If you have 3, 4, 5, or 3 or 4, then it is easier just to. Oh my gosh, Scotty! I'm not sure. Yep, Scotty messed up the second puzzle room. He tried to do his newer strat. That's so much harder, but obviously he got punished for it. Fortunately for Eagle, this gives him a time to catch up. I think Scotty, now that he messed it up once, is just going to do the normal strat for this room. Probably realized that Eagle was so far behind, and so he was willing to show off here. Give Eagle a chance to come back. Now our runners are probably only about 10 to 15 seconds apart. 21 missile pickup for Scotty with that 3 to 4 frame jump. It's much harder than it looks, I'll have you know. Did I say 21 pickup for Scotty? Eagle gets a 34. So he's about 9 seconds behind about. Eagle is going back for that super. Can't say I blame him off on that one. And now they'll be heading over to what is the last puzzle room. This is actually the easiest of them all. Huh. Scotty opts for a diagonal shot there. That's the old method of doing that. Perfect puzzle room though. Eagle swiftly cleaning up Ridley. Not too far behind Scotty. I just realized Eagle picked up that super missile early. Huh. So Scotty's only going to have 5 supers for Ridley. That's reason to refill here. Oh, I doubt he will, but I would like to think if you have 5 supers or less. Nope, as I expected, Scotty is not refilling here. He's going to have a slow Ridley. Eagle's going to save tons of time, 15 missiles worth of time. And with that, the dragon goes down for Eagle. Scotty's ammo is not doing too well. 41 in... is that 6? You'll probably just skip. I mean, just take this for the missile refill here. It's not entirely out of the question. Nope, skipping it. I've got supers, I don't need missiles. Eagle also opting to skip Speedway. Good choice. Always skip Speedway. Scotty's in the chat. Ew, he says to having to refill a long beam. Long beam heal is for losers. I'm the world record holder. I can't do any of that. And Scotty exits Ridley. Oh, Eagle getting trolled there by that last one. That is unfortunate. Scotty exits with 10 supers, Eagle with 8. But he's got almost 100 extra missiles. It's a lot of missiles. So Scotty's going to actually lose time over Eagle because he has an extra item in Brinstar to pick up. Eagle is going to save just a couple seconds from not having to pick up an extra missile. Not quite sure what Eagle was trying to do there. Oh, Eagle got a super? Oh, he must have gotten a super drop from a Nova, which is probably why he went down to the right. Yeah, okay, he got a super from the Nova. In that case, I totally condone that one. So normally this would be the part of the stream where I say we gotta go up to the upper reaches of Brinstar to collect some items. But that just isn't the case. Another super for Eagle! Ho, ho, ho. Too bad that super doesn't do anything. Alright. So in just a little bit here, we will be entering Turin. Scotty is going to have about a 35-30 enter Turian. About. Little faster, maybe a 25. For Eagle, it should be about a 35 to a 36. Maybe a little faster than that. We'll see. So it appears they are about 10 seconds apart, give or take. We'll see more assuredly here in just a moment. But they're both in the same room. They are about a mossy 2 room apart. And now there's nothing to talk about because we're in cutscenes for both runners. Enjoy your your space pirate eating Metroids. They eat literally anything that's alive. They will suck your brains out. I wonder what they even want from you anyways. Why do they eat all of you? That is a super drop from Scotty. Actually, that might have just been him firing a super. I can't really tell. With this slideshow stream that we're experiencing, it's hard to tell what's a drop and what's an actual missile being fired. Eagle! We're getting pushed out of the way by those frozen enemy hitboxes. Scotty with these super drops, my god! Eagle is not experiencing the same thing here. He is getting comparatively shafted. And this is why Scotty's the world record holder, because he can get Metroids to give him supers whenever he wants. There's a super drop. Oh wow, double supers. Hello. Oh no, Scotty's at 3 supers! What did he do? He made a mistake? Oh no, but what was the mistake? I don't know where he lost a super. Eagle is failing to kill these Metroids here. But he does have 4 supers from Mother Brain, so he will save time over here. Scotty going to the Mother Brain fight with 58 and 3. That is not optimal. You want at least 35 and 4. Eagle with a much better Mother Brain room. Alright, and here goes the onslaught of missiles. Now we can see they are both in the Mother Brain fight right now. Eagle quickly... Did he just mess up? Okay, apparently we are tied or something. Give or take. Okay, no, Eagle's about 2 to 3 seconds behind. All I can see is that Eagle is catching up to Scotty. Yeah, something like that. I actually think Eagle's going to have the better escape time here. Oh yeah, 0.7. He saved 0.7 so far. And that 133. All I can say is I am embarrassed that Scotty had such a poor Mother Brain fight. I don't even know what happened, but I can tell you it was really bad. Because he was like 10 seconds ahead of Eagle until he was only 2 seconds ahead of Eagle. And admittedly, Eagle didn't have the perfect Mother Brain fight. Anyways, we're about to... Oh my gosh, Scotty just got sniped out of the sky. Hello, Eagle also just got sniped out of the sky. That is unfortunate. Maybe Samus will think next time about taking off her suit of armor. Alright. Anyways, enough of that. Now that Samus was dumb enough to take off her armor, we need to go find another suit for her. Anyways, I hear that there's a suit somewhere in Chozodia, which is apparently where we are now. Let's see. So Scotty's going to get the map here in about 30 seconds, which will put Eagle ahead. I'm not sure how Scotty's going to come back from the defeat of having gotten the map, but we will see. Scotty is currently frozen in time. He is now 24 seconds behind. Make that 30 seconds behind. I hope we get to see some of Scotty's... Well, I didn't get to see him get the map. That is unfortunate. Oh, Eagle skipped the heel. That is some bold plays, but he is behind, so it is the smart decision. I don't think Eagle will go for this new strat. Yeah, he's just opting for tripwire skip here. Totally agree with that. And he gets the tripwire skip. There is a... Oh, wow, he drops the wall jump though and falls all the way back down. There is a faster strat than tripwire skip that was found rather recently. Rift actually was the one who found a strat where you lure two pirates into killing themselves to turn off the alarm. I think we'd probably see that from Scotty, but we're not seeing anything from Scotty. So... Oh, we're coming up to the map here for Scotty's stream. And now we're about 26 seconds ahead, so I didn't get to see him grab the map. But it seems he skipped the map because I don't see the map on his screen. That is a shame. I really can't tell who's ahead at this point. Oh, I can tell you Scotty's about like 10 seconds ahead still. Okay. Yep, about 10 seconds ahead. And we're going into the Chozo Ruins, which is a slightly more dangerous section from what we just saw our runners do. While Scotty is splicing, we will go just continue to watch Eagle do his suitless. Oh. Now we get to see Samus somehow fly in the air, because that's what it looks like. Alright, Eagle is about to be setting up the Fungineer jump here. Hopefully he'll get it. Yeah, that's it. The Fungineer jump saves a little bit of time. Saves you having to do a second wall jump. But Eagle gets sniped by a beam. That's unexpected. Not something I traditionally see him do. He does get Sam Strat though, which means he will save about a second. Half a second to a second, that is. These dropped wall jumps from Eagle, though, are just going to put Scotty even further in the lead, which is unfortunate, because at the start of this race, it was really, really close. Alrighty, Eagle and Scotty are now in what is the most dangerous part of the suitless run. Up and coming, there is a particular hallway that Eagle is now entering, in which it can be kind of scary. Sometimes, if you were too good at Metroid Zero mission, that pirate that Eagle just froze can jump out at you, and it can catch you off guard and freeze you. Alternatively, you can fire your gun sometimes just a little bit too early, and as a result, you will get sniped. So that room can be kind of scary. Obviously, there is also the Pirate Pit of Death. Hopefully, Eagle does not fall into the Pirate Pit of Death. He doesn't. Oh, what, Eagle, what are you doing? Oh my gosh. I can see the pirate on his tail. That was interesting. But it looks like he's come out alive. Scotty is still... Oh, looking at Scotty's screen, I can tell you that he got Samstrat. Well, it does seem that Scotty's still alive, if nothing else. Alright, so Charlie's an interesting boss. Sometimes Charlie can just kill you if he wants to. If the RNG he gives you is really, really bad, there are some patterns where you really have no choice but to take a hit or two. It's unfortunate, but it's really, really rare that that happens. I don't think we'll be seeing any of our runners die to Charlie today. Charlie being kind to Eagle thus far. Third cycle isn't very nice though. So, hopefully Eagle's going to have the opportunity to kill Charlie right in the center. You want Charlie to... Oh, that's one hit. Eagle, please. Don't take a second. Oh, he was so close to getting killed! Eagle, please, no! Don't take a second hit to Charlie. Okay. He took one hit, but he didn't take two. Alright, so we do get to see the rest of Eagle's run. As for Scotty, he's still considered dead by all of our standards. By now, he probably already has Charlie E-Tank. So with our fully powered suit, we have 3 additional items that we didn't know about earlier that are going to make this part. Whoa! Eagle got the glitch. I didn't even see him get that. He got some nice, sexy shots that we'll never get to see again coming out of his beam there. Anyways, Charlie E-Tank. It's a fast-paced E-Tank that involves various types of space jumping, missile shots, morphs. Oh no, Eagle didn't store the spark. Oh, he didn't press down. And it seems Scotty's internet has returned. You can see that he just successfully got the Charlie spark. And is about probably 40 seconds ahead of Eagle. Okay, there's no way he's 40 seconds ahead of Eagle. Maybe like 25 seconds ahead of Eagle. Oh no, now he's like a minute ahead of Eagle. Eagle just lost a huge amount of time to this spark. Oh wow. I'm almost tempted to say that's going to be the nail in the coffin. This race could have gone either way, and now it is all Scotty's race to lose. Eagle showing us that you do need to play the game every once in a while to beat Scotty. Of course, Scotty could always forget an item. We've seen many a runner forget an item for a variety of reasons, be it looking at them and turning away, or just ignoring it entirely. Anyway, Scotty's in the ship. He's heading up to Power Bombs. Unfortunately, we have to take a multi-minute detour over to Power Bombs because there's really no other way to get back into the other areas of the game without Power Bombs. The saying goes that you need Power Bombs to get more Power Bombs. There's only one available Power Bomb, besides the one in Norfair that you can get with a death... no, what's it called? A death float thingy. Anyways, just a minute or two here, we will be entering cleanup, where we will return to Trade, Norfair, and Criteria, as well as Turian, surprisingly enough, to collect a variety of items from supers to power bombs to missiles. We have all the E-tanks, so don't expect us to collect any of those except for the last 2 B-tank, which is in Chozodia, and another E-tank in Chozodia later on at the end of the run. Alrighty. Scotty is picking up the power, but he has already picked up the power bombs, apparently. Okay, I wasn't expecting that one. And he didn't go for the door clip. Which means Scotty will have to do a trick we passionately refer to as Ning Li. More specifically, this is the Criteria. Hey, nice frozen enemy hitboxes, Scotty. As I was saying, Scotty is going to have to show us the Criteria spark chain that will result in him getting a power bomb at landing site. Eagle, I don't think, does the door clip either, so we will also have to see him do this trick. And if you're on a bad day, Ning Li can be very difficult. Of course, what our runners will be hoping for is that they get a power bomb drop from some Zoomers or some Zeelas coming up here in just a few minutes when they head down to the wrecked ship. Alright. So Eagle will now be heading to the save station, since we need power bombs to get out of here, and right now we only got one of them. Scotty is already on his way out. You can see he's already finished grabbing that workbot super that Eagle's about to get here in about 3 or 4 seconds. You can get trolled by this workbot if you don't do the strat properly, but there is a way to clip through this workbot into the wall, which can actually save you quite a bit of time if you accidentally mess up and lock yourself in that hole there. Scotty nailed Glass Tube. I don't know how he did it. And hopefully we'll get to see if he gets lottery or not. He certainly didn't get any from the Zeelas. Oh, he won lottery. I see that number 3 right there. I'm not sure where he got one, but he certainly got one somewhere. Did he just win double lottery? He won double lottery. Scotty! You cheater! Double lottery is uncalled for. Alright, well, Eagle's going to have to unfortunately match that double lottery. The second power bomb doesn't save a huge amount of time, but the first one saves a couple seconds. The question is, where is he going to use the second one? Eagle does not, certainly hasn't won it yet. And nope, does not win lottery because Scotty stole the power bomb drop that Eagle would have otherwise gotten. Scotty's 2 lotteries to Eagle's 1, rather his -1. Too bad Eagle's going to have to show us the Mingli Spark Chain that Scotty didn't have to do. What a shame. That would be kind of cool if if enemies had the ability to absorb your ammo. This is reminding me of back to Turian, where Scotty got all of those super drops and Eagle got all those missiles. Until the very, very end, where Scotty kind of messed up and ended up with one less super than he would have liked. Alright, so they're now re-entering Torian. Eagle is one more item before he heads over to Torian. There's a nice space boost you have to do here, which is actually really, really easy comparatively, but it's, for grabbing the actual item, it can be easy to misjudge where the speed booster blocks, and as a result, you go a little too low to the ground, resulting in you having to set it back up. So, if you're trying to learn this trick, you really need to have an idea of just how low you can go. Unfortunately, we won't get to see Scotty do it, but we will get to see Eagle go for it. Alright, so Scotty's heading back into Kraid. He is now cleaning up the rest of the game. There were no items at Brimstone. Wow, Eagle with that slam dunk on that missile tank right there. That is beautiful. Opting to space jump up the right side? I'm not quite sure if that's faster. But it probably is. I genuinely don't know. Probably personal preference, to be honest. Scotty is going into this ball cannon room here. There is a 1 out of 19 frames where if you press an input, excuse me, that your input will be eaten. So mashing is the best advice I can give you for that one. Eagle now re-entering Kraid here in just a moment as well. Scotty will already be out of here, probably. Okay, maybe not quite out of here. But almost. Alright, now Scotty is out of here. Scotty in Norfair now, trying to get this powerbomb tank. I mentioned this earlier, but you can death hover up to that powerbomb tank earlier on in the game. But once you grab it, you will get that game over screen. So there's really no way to utilize the fact that you have that item. Scotty going and showing us the Norfair space boost, where you fire a super and space boost across 2 rooms. Saves just over a second, which admittedly is not that much, but it looks cool, it's swag, and it's faster. So the only reason you wouldn't really want to do it is if you're uncomfortable with space boosts. Or the reason that I wouldn't want to do it is sometimes it can be hard to jump immediately after firing a super. So sometimes you'll just keep running and break those speed booster blocks, resulting in a loss of your speed. The reverse space boost, I don't really see a reason not to go for, so. It is only half a second on the way back, but still seems worth it in my opinion. Now Eagle will be opting to Shine Spark across this room. It's significantly more consistent. All you have to do is press down to store your spark. But like I said, it's just a little bit slower. Alright, and Eagle's now space boosted back. Oh, he didn't go for the frame saver though. Surprising. Surprised he didn't open that door early to be able to save a couple frames. Oh, did he run into the door? Oh, he did run into the door. No. That is unnecessary time loss. Eagle is slowly losing his victory here. He is now almost 2 minutes behind the no way. No way. There's no way he's 2 minutes behind. Probably 1 minute to 1.5 minutes behind now. Eagle? We were seeing some issues from his stream about an hour ago. I'm not quite sure if this is just it's just a revival of what was happening about an hour ago. Now we have 2 slideshow streams on our hands. Yikes. This race has been an experience. Constant lag from both runners. Please take pity on me. Alright, well, Scotty's back to being a slideshow stream. Eagle is back to actually being able to commentate properly. Got him this missile here below the elevator. Just a quick detour, nothing too special. Can't show off a nice base boost though. Hopefully Eagle gets it. Oh, he did get it. So this base boost in itself is not too hard. I guess my advice for going for it is just try and learn where the height of the ceiling changes, because you can accidentally space boost too high and go into a different kind of ceiling. You gotta remember that your space boosts have to change throughout that room. Eagle is now back into criteria. We'll be doing his last missiles here. Number 50. Going to spark, lay a power bomb, and ball spark to get this, the 50th missile time. And the last of them. Scotty is on his way to the most out-of-the-way item in the game. It is a power bomb that we unfortunately don't have any way to get because there were 2 requirements for this item. You need either missiles or supers, and you need power bombs. Now, if you can get here before Suitless, or rather before you kill Charlie, you only need missiles. But upon beating Charlie, there is the added requirement of needing power bombs. Yes. Do you know the way, Raphael Robo? Anyway, Scotty is off to collect the 98th item, excuse me, the 96th item of this game, which is in the bottom right of the ship here. It's actually pretty easy to forget this item if you're not focusing. Just enter the ship and be like, huh, I don't have enough power bombs to fight that fully powered mecha. I wonder why. Oh right, I forgot this item. Eagle is now collecting the most out of the way item in the game. And with that, Eagle is now heading over to the ship where Scotty is now. Hopefully, has not forgotten anything. I haven't seen either of our runners forget anything, but to be fair, I haven't seen most of what Scotty's doing. The lag of his stream has kind of just made me a solo commentary of Eagle, with the occasional update of what Scotty's been up to. But it seems Scotty's internet is starting to return to us. He does have to go to the bottom right of the ship, not do the rough route. And that's where he's going now. Eagle is trying to catch up, but unfortunately, there is no way he can come back at this point. Even if Scotty were to mess up Space Jump E-Tank and the Escape Spark, it would not be enough for Eagle. Scotty is just too far ahead. Eagle has made too many mistakes. Messing up the trolley spark twice. Not getting the lottery. Not going for no fair space boost. There are really a lot of things that Scotty has done to be able to save some time over Eagle. But I suppose if by some miracle Scotty's game crashes, or he dies to Mecha Ridley, there is a chance. But reminder that Scotty runs low percent hard, so if there's anyone who knows how to fight Mecha, it's him. Speaking of low percent hard, I'm thinking that maybe it might be interesting to do a run of challenge percent hard. And with that, Eagle now has 98 items. Scotty is about to get his last item here, the Space Jump E-Tank. And then we will be going over to see if Scotty has all the items. Good space jumping so far. Beautiful. Nice. Easy every time. Alright, Scotty entering Mecha here. There are a few ways to tell if he has 100%. First, you can wait and see if 6 supers kills Mecha. The other is intentionally running into him, and if you take 150 damage, that's how you know you have 100%. I usually opt for the latter. I always want to know if I have 100%, so I was run into him earlier on and figure it out. Oh wow, we are seeing slideshow streams from both of our runners now. This is not good. Scotty ran out of super missiles fighting Mecha. I'm going to go out on a whim and says he has them all because I don't see any other way he could run out of supers. But dang, from Scotty, that must have been a wood tier Mecha fight. You know what's funny? Anytime Scotty's having a bad boss fight, the game always lags. I wonder if Scotty's intentionally hiding his bad gameplay from us. It'll still be a 110 though. It'll be a high 110. Eagle, on the other hand, will probably be a 112. Which is much better than his performance in his last run, which is a mid 113. Alright, Scotty's setting up the escape spark here. Eagle, having 100% of the items, gets the fireballs. Excellent mecha fight! Wow, that was beautiful. This will be a mid 111. That was beautiful. I was expecting a poor mecha fight and a 112, but nope. This'll probably be like a 111.40 or 111.50-ish. Unless he messes something up and gets a 112. GG to Scotty, who has an official SRL time of 1:11:17. I have no clue what just went on in the race channel, but Scotty dot quit, and then he dot done, and then he dot done again, and then he dot undone, and then he properly dot undone with a time of 1:11:17. Eagle going for the escape spark as well. Nails it. That was beautiful. So Eagle finishes now with an official SRL time of 1:11:46. GG to Eagle. And it's a shame that Scotty lost like 30 seconds in SRL. I wonder if we will be seeing runners come in today. For an interview or two. Perhaps. Perhaps not. So Eagle is going to pass on the interview. It would be kind of interesting to see Scotty get in here, though, because to be honest, none of us saw what actually happened in the second half of Scotty's run. So it'd be kind of interesting to see what went wrong with his Turian, what went wrong with his late game, because none of us could see it. But with that in mind, I guess Scotty's probably not going to be joining us, and Eagle already said he isn't. So I guess we can pass it back to Speed Gaming for what we have coming up. I've got nothing else to say. Scotty got a 50.09. Well, I guess we can at least see what Eagle's in-game time is. Eagle scores a in-game time of 51:11. Just over a minute difference between the two. Not too bad. Oh, hey, Scotty.
Hello.
How's it going?
Eh.
So could you tell us what went on during your run, since we didn't actually get to see most of it?
It was bad.
So what went on against Mother Brain?
I accidentally fired a super past 4 supers in the last Metroid room. So I had to kind of wing my missile stratting or my missile routing for Mother Brain, and that didn't really go very well.
Oh, and it kind of just spiraled out of control. Did you maybe think an extra super or something?
No, I didn't think any supers. It just fell in the lava.
Oh, gotcha. Eagle also took a hit, but fortunately he was able to position himself properly again. And it also seems like you had trouble with Mecha. The rest of your run, however, actually went pretty well.
I was trying to do doubles against Mecha, but it didn't go over very well.
I can't even do singles against Mecha. How did you feel about double lottery, though?
That was cool.
Eagle,
it was nice not to. It was nice to save time to good RNG.
Yeah. But congratulations on your victory, and I apologize that SRL seemed to mess you up today.
Well, yeah, my internet. I had to reset my internet, so I got kicked from the IRC, and I didn't realize that until the end of the race.
Gotcha. So that's what was going on with the SRL channel.
Yeah.
But congratulations, and unfortunately, I don't have your matchup for the next round. But I have no clue who you're going to be going up against.
Cool.
You might have a. No, you might be going.
No, I wouldn't have a bye.
I guess the real question is, who haven't you raced? Have you raced Mandatobi yet?
I don't think so.
Then you might be racing against Mandatobi.
There's a lot of people that I haven't raced.
Yeah, but I think Mandatobi, assuming Mandatobi beats Noxious Nick, he will have a 5-1 or a 4-1 record, which is the same as what you'll have, meaning you two will match up against each other if Toby doesn't match up with John.
Okay. Is Eagle going to come in for an interview?
Unfortunately, he will not be joining us today.
Okay.
He wants to get back to playing Fire Emblem Three Houses. Which I can totally agree with.
Oh, no, I have gone against Toby. That was round 2.
Oh, okay. Then, yes, if you were the one who beat Toby, then John will be racing Mandatobi.
Okay.
Which means you will probably end up racing me!
Fun.
I'm not looking forward to it. But I suppose we'll find that out in a couple days, right? Still need to...
By the 31st.
Yep, still need the Toby Nick match. I still need Drake to report his time from his backup run, and we still need the Paul's box race and the Dudo P Elias race. So those will all be good fun races. And then this is up and coming. Is the final round of the Swiss bracket.
Yeah, I'm excited for that to be over, so we can start the single elimination bracket.
Yeah, that'll be cool. It'll go by really fast though, since there'll only be 7 matches, 8 matches. Yeah, 7 matches and a single elimination match and a single elimination. So that'll go by really quickly. And I guess we got to start organizing the Fusion Hundo race tournament.
Yeah.
Anyways, with that, I think that's all I've got. Anything else you want to say, Scotty?
That's it. GG to Eagle.
Yep, GG to both of you, and good luck in your final races of the tournament when they are decided.
You too.
Thank you.